Tailscale
Tailscale
vs
Vs
Netbird.
Netbird.
Today we're diving into the world of modern networking by comparing two powerful solutions, Tailscale and Netbird. Both of these tools use WireGuard technology to create secure, efficient connections between your devices, but they take different approaches that might make one better suited for your specific needs. So to get started, let's understand the fundamental purpose of these tools.
First is the core technology. Both solutions are built on WireGuard, which is worth understanding because it represents a significant advancement in VPN technology. Unlike older VPN protocols like OpenVPN or IPsec, WireGuard is designed to be simpler, faster, and more secure. It uses state of the art cryptography with a code base that's just a fraction of the size of traditional VPN protocols, making it easier to audit for security vulnerabilities. When you're using either Tailscale or NetBird, you're benefiting from WireGuard's impressive performance, lower latency, faster connection speeds, and less battery drain on mobile devices. This shared foundation means both solutions offer excellent performance, but their differences lie in how they implement and build upon this technology. Second is Tailscale's approach. Tailscale has become quite popular for creating what they call a zero config VPN. What does this mean for you? Essentially, you can set up a secure network across all your devices with minimal technical knowledge. You don't need to manually configure firewalls, set up port forwarding, or deal with complex networking concepts. Tailscale accomplishes this using a coordination server, which they call a control plane that helps your devices find each other across the internet. This server doesn't see your actual traffic that remains encrypted and travels directly between your devices, but it does help negotiate the connections. One of Tailscale's standout features is its sophisticated access control system. You can create detailed policies specifying which devices can communicate with each other and what services they can access. For example, you might allow your personal laptop to access all devices on your network while giving a contractor's machine access only to specific development servers. Tailscale also integrates well with identity providers like Google Workspace, Microsoft Azure AD, or Okta. This means you can use your existing login credentials to authenticate devices on your network, which is especially valuable for business with existing identity management system. However, it's important to note that while Tailscale's client software is open source, their coordination server is proprietary. This means you're relying on their infrastructure for part of your networking setup, which may raise privacy concerns for some users. Next is NetBird's approach. NetBird takes a similar approach to Tailscale in terms of creating easy to use, WireGuard based networks, but with a key philosophical difference. It's completely open source. Every component of NetBird, including the coordination server, can be examined, modified, and self hosted if desired. This open source nature gives you complete transparency into how your networking solution works. You can verify the security yourself or rely on the community's collective scrutiny. If you're particularly privacy conscious or work in an industry with strict regulatory requirements, this transparency can be invaluable. NetBird offers a clean, intuitive web dashboard that makes network management accessible even to those without extensive networking knowledge. Adding new devices, managing permissions, and monitoring your network status can be all done through this interface. The self hosting capability is particularly noteworthy. While NetBird does offer a managed service similar to Tailscale, you can also have the option to run their coordination server on your own infrastructure. This gives you complete control over your networking setup and eliminates any dependency on NetBird's servers. However, being a newer entrant in this space, NetBird may not yet have all the advanced features and integration that Tailscale has developed over time. Its ecosystem is still growing, which is something to consider if you have complex networking requirements. Next is performance considerations. When it comes to raw performance, both solutions benefit from WireGuard's efficiency. Your actual experience will depend more on the internet connection and the physical distance between your devices than on which platform you choose. Both solutions are designed to establish direct peer to peer connections when possible, which minimizes latency and maximizes throughput. In situations where a direct connection isn't possible, like when both devices are behind restrictive firewalls, they can relay traffic through intermediary servers, though this will naturally impact their performance. If you're particularly concerned about squeezing every bit of performance out of your network, you might want to run some tests with both solutions in your specific environment. But for most users, the difference in performance between Tailscale and Netbird will be negligible. Next is privacy and security implications. Security is obviously critical when choosing a network solution, and both Tailscale and Netbird take it seriously. All traffic is encrypted end to end using WireGuard's strong cryptography, which means even if someone could intercept your data, they wouldn't be able to read it. The key privacy difference comes down to the coordination server architecture. With Tailscale, you're using their proprietary coordination infrastructure. While they emphasize that they don't see your actual network traffic, their servers do handle details like identity verification and connection establishment. NetBird's fully open source approach allows for independent verification of all components, including the coordination server. If your privacy is your primary concern, the ability to self host the entire solution and maintain complete control over your networking infrastructure might tip the scales in NetBird's favor. So, which solution is right for you? Let's summarize the key points to consider. Choose Tailscale if 1. You want a mature, feature rich platform with extensive integrations. 2. You need sophisticated access control policies. 3. You're comfortable with using a proprietary coordination server. 4. You value ease of setup and management for teams. 5. You prefer a solution with a longer track record. Now choose Netbird if 1. You prioritize open source transparency for all components. 2. You want to self host the entire solution. 3. Privacy and control over your data are top priorities. 4. You value a clean, intuitive user interface. And 5. You prefer community driven development. Both Tailscale and Netbird represents the future of networking, moving away from traditional VPNs toward more flexible, secure, and user-friendly solutions. The good news is that whichever you choose, you'll be getting a powerful tool built on modern technology that can transform how your devices connect.